Welcome to Western Wisconsin Journal. I'm Bobby Pominville, and I'm your art reporter. And today, I'd like to educate you about a wonderful performance going on at the Phipps next month. So I hope that you will help me in welcoming three guests today: John Potter,
Bobby,
Christina Linus, and Alicia Naughton. And I'll explain what their roles are in the play of Aladdin at the Phipps. Now, that's always been one of my favorites, so when I was looking for an interview, I thought, oh, perfect, Aladdin's going on. And I do already have my tickets, so I'm going to encourage you to get yours. So first of all, most of you know John Potter as the director, executive director at the Phipps. You likely have seen him there. This is the production that he directs, and it involves the high schoolers. And I've always enjoyed those kinds of things because being a teacher, it's been always fun to see the high schoolers and how much they can produce. So anyway, he's got a lot of directing credits. I hope I pronounce all this right. The Unnamed, I won't say where, but Romeo and Juliet, The Lion in Winter, Cyrano de Bergerac, The Passion of Dracula, oh, I like that too. The Foreigner and On Golden Pond, that's all the Phipps except for the one. And then South Pacific, another favorite, The Importance of Being Earnest and All the Way Home. And you have had some interesting roles in administration and artistic staffs at the Playwright Center and the Guthrie Theater. And you do have your MFA in acting from the University of Minnesota. Welcome, John.
Thank you, Bobby.
And I'll come back to you in a little bit. And Christina is the dance instructor and choreographer for this production. She's actually been doing the choreography at the Phipps since 2007. She is the director of the Phipps Dance Company. I think I'm going to ask you what that is in a little while, because I'm not quite sure what it is. I think they do concerts every year, though. And she regularly choreographs the main stage musicals at the Phipps and also for the Phipps Dance Theater. Now, she is from North Dakota, and I know I've mentioned that on this show occasionally to you, but the most interesting thing is she studied with Bob Fosse's assistant and a Broadway stage veteran. Is it Eddie Gasper? Yes. Eddie Gasper, that's what I wanted to check that name. And so Broadway style jazz, oh, that dancing is just so interesting to watch. It's such fun. And you've been in a professional dance company with Eddie and his wife, and she did her studies in musical theater at NDSU, North Dakota State University. Another favorite place of mine. I just love that. We'll be talking to you about that. And our other guest is Alicia Naughton. Right now she is a graduate of the University of River Falls. She has a BS in music education in choral and general music, and that's about almost 4 years ago. Yeah. And she's all licensed in Minnesota and Wisconsin, and she's has student taught in Wisconsin, and I know she's got a lot of substitute teaching experience in our town, plus neighboring towns. And she has a very, very nice resume at the Phipps. Thank you for doing all that. Aladdin, The Canterville Ghost, East of the Sun and West of the Moon, Charlotte's Web, The Nerd, Willy Wonka. And even some summer theater, and producing the High School Musical and so on. I welcome you to the show too, both of you. And let's get down to talking about the production. John, will you tell us about the story of Aladdin and some of your goals for the production?
Thank you, Bobby.
You're welcome.
So this is an adaptation of the Disney film, and it's created by the Disney Corporation. So it's a pretty faithful retelling, although it takes some different paths than the film does, but it's the same characters, same basic story, same wonderful music. So Aladdin is a poor street urchin who really doesn't have a very promising life ahead of him. And then he meets up with the princess, Princess Jasmine, who has everything that he doesn't have, and yet she feels trapped. And she wants to get away. In fact, she runs away and meets him in the marketplace. They fall in love. There's no way that they can get married because she has to marry a prince or someone of royalty. In fact, she has to do it in the near future, and so that's why she ran away. So Aladdin just happens to encounter a genie who is terribly resourceful and wildly funny and grants him 3 wishes, but more importantly, I think, he offers life lessons that are really, I think, probably at the heart of the show. It's a very sweet story with some great morals. And I won't say what happens in the end. But,
oh, but the genie is one of the most, I don't know, enjoyable characters.
Indeed, made famous by Robin Williams.
That's what I was thinking about just now, and what a legacy. And then I said the students come from the high school. Could you tell us about how many you're dealing with here?
Sure. So we have open auditions, as we do for most of our shows. And in this case, I think around 70 students from all over the valley auditioned. We have 27 in the cast, and they're from Oakdale, Woodbury, Stillwater, Somerset, Hudson, River Falls. So they come from all over the valley, and as you can imagine, they're very, very talented.
Oh, I think that's such a wonderful opportunity. Indeed. Excellent. Well, that was a great synopsis. Enjoyed it. Alicia, could you tell us about the Academy Award-winning score and maybe highlight some of your favorite songs from this production?
Well, a lot of the music is as familiar as it is in the movie. They're hugely orchestrated. The chorus numbers are outstanding, as usual. It's Disney, after all. Mm-hmm. Everybody's favorite, it tends to be Friend Like Me, which it is. It's very diverse and all over the place, crazy, a lot to watch, a lot to hear. But one of my personal favorites has got to be Prince Ali, because it brings back some of those traditional old-fashioned theater musical aspects, where it's pizzazzy, it's they're showing off Aladdin as disguised as Prince Ali. So just like classic musical theater would be showing off themselves, I feel like this one debuts Aladdin disguised as Prince Ali.
So those are your favorite kind of songs from the musical. But you just started teaching the score, right?
Yeah, we just started 3 days ago.
And so you're finding you've got a really good group?
Oh, very much so. They were picking up on one of our numbers. We did an impromptu half-hour rehearsal, and we looked at Friend Like Me, and they have it down just about already, so it's sounding phenomenal.
Wonderful. And do we have anyone cast sort of like the genie who can really pull that off?
Oh, very much so.
Oh, wow, because the singing, the dancing, everything. Oh, that's going to be so enjoyable.
Chris Lundberg is our genie.
Oh, I've heard that name.
Local audiences might recognize him as the Pharaoh in Joseph.
Oh my goodness, yes, of course. Oh, that's going to be such fun, such fun. Okay, so now we're going to go to the choreographer. Christina is going to tell us about some of the choreography. And I said you're a regular feature at the Phipps because you've done a lot. But before we go there, could you tell us about that dance troupe?
Oh.
I just want to make sure I know what that is.
The Phipps Dance Company?
Yes.
Okay, it's an auditioned group of dancers, young, so far women. It's open to boys too, but so far we're just a group of young girls, 13 to 18 years old. They audition for the company, and then throughout the school year, we work on about 7 different pieces. We invite different choreographers to come in from all over the Twin Cities, all different dance styles, to set a piece on the girls. So we have, by March, we have about 7 pieces or so that we make into a concert every year in March. And
now
they also,
that I have heard about before.
Yeah, so it's a great learning experience, and it's just a good way to make friends and learn a lot about life too. So it's a good thing, and I think this year has been especially enjoyable for me. This is my first year directing the company.
Oh,
so,
yes, yes.
it's been a
Okay,
really good
I think I had another guest, Mackenzie.
Yes, Mackenzie.
Yeah, she was on, oh, it's been a while now, but I enjoyed talking with her too.
Yep.
So how many do you think you have in your dance troupe?
We have 14 girls this year. We have 12 company members and 2 apprentice members.
And do you think they have to audition?
Yep, they audition, and
Oh,
so
wow.
it's a big commitment.
A little competitive then.
Yep, they are required to take 3 dance classes at the Phipps, technique classes,
Oh, my.
and then in addition to the rehearsals. So
Yes.
they get to perform for the concert in March, and then also several different opportunities throughout the year. We try to find different places to perform too. So it's
yes,
it's a wonderful
I
thing.
do recall now. There's been some publicity about
Yeah.
that. So now let's talk about the choreography for Aladdin.
Yes, well, it's, as always, the choreography is very influenced by the music in the show.
Well, yes.
And we start out with a very Middle Eastern, intricate drum rhythms, some mysterious kind of a feel, desert kind of feel. So the people come out in the beautiful bright costumes and a lot of the traditional things that bring out the culture of the setting for the beginning. So there's a lot of strong movement, a little belly dancing influences.
Really?
We have some young women dancing with scarves and beautiful colors and things. So that the beginning kind of sets the mood for the whole show and the setting of the show. And then, of course, it's a big Disney musical. So
yes.
you've got your big fun Broadway production numbers and worked in there everywhere. So a lot of comedy. We're even working in a little tap dancing, so a little bit of everything.
That.
Yeah.
So which dances are you really looking forward to, maybe to highlight?
Probably Friend Like Me, because that's
yes,
Genie's
yes.
big moment, and it's so full of fun comedy. The lyrics are so fun, and
That's great.
so yeah.
Absolutely great. Thank you so much for that. Now we should tell the audience about the dates and times, and I know that's quite lengthy, so do you want to help me with that, John?
Certainly.
You're good with that.
So we open on February 13th and run for 3 weekends through March 1st. And you'll keep me honest, right, Bobby?
Oh yeah, I've got the times here just in case I
So
forget.
it's Fridays at 7 and Saturdays we have 2 matinees at 1 and 4 p.m.
Oh, yes.
And then on Sundays we have a matinee at 2 p.m.
Oh yes, yes, those are good times.
We've had different Saturday performance
Yes.
times in the past, but we've found that the 2 matinees seems to work best. Folks, the kids are probably at their best in the afternoon rather than the evening. So
Oh yes.
we offer the 3 matinees on
You're
the weekend.
very smart to do that. And I see you say children ages 4 and older. So you've really geared that well for that age group?
We've traditionally offered a show for that age range. The thinking there is that this is actually a full-length show. So it has 2 acts, it has an intermission, and for those under 4, perhaps that's a bit long, and there are those spots that are perhaps a bit frightening. So parents need to judge for themselves if someone under 4 could attend, but in general, it's probably for 4 and older.
Okay. So what about the length of the show then? Are we talking 2 hours?
It's under 2 hours.
Under
yeah.
2.
And in fact, I would say it's probably maybe 90 to 100 minutes long with the intermission included. So.
And I do think a lot of the children are, singing these Disney songs, and they're very popular. And the storyline, I don't recall anything being that scary.
Oh, it's got to be scary. About it.
But Disney shows always have the scary thing.
Indeed. In fact, some would argue that the villain is maybe the best role. So
Okay.
we have the evil Jafar,
Oh,
who is the Grand Vizier, and
Yes,
he's
yes.
he doesn't like Aladdin and puts him in a dark cave and tries to do away with him, and
It is a little scary for that
It
age
is.
group then.
But
I knew there wasn't a witch, so I
all
thought
is
I
reconciled in the end. So,
Well, good. Those are lots of opportunities in February, and I'm hoping for better weather for you. And now we're going to talk about the ticket costs. You've got everything for adults at 21, and you give students 13 and older a discount, and seniors of 19, and then children 12 and younger 16. So those are, I think, our average ticket prices. And I should ask you, how is it selling at this point?
you know, I haven't even checked, to tell you the truth.
Well, we won't put pressure.
I'm sure it is.
Well, I have 2 tickets.
You've got your tickets already, so. Yeah.
And you know, it's just a wonderful opportunity to see this, a quality show at the Phipps.
Well,
and I know it will be just excellent.
Well, we have a wonderful production staff and a wonderful cast. And I was just going to make a comment on the cost of mounting a production like this, which some folks might not be aware of. So Disney creates these shows, and they're meant to be performed by student actors. And they have a wonderful accompaniment, as Alicia mentioned, with a full orchestration. It's just gorgeous, and it's all pre-recorded. And it's very expensive.
That's right. You have to pay for that.
So you pay for the right to do it, and then you pay for the number of performances that you're doing.
Oh, really?
And then, of course, the costumes are lovely. And the set is gorgeous. And so all of these things might cost more than folks might expect.
Yes.
The production staff isn't paid that well. But we do have a beautiful set, beautiful costumes, many props, and it all adds up.
Well, I didn't realize some of that myself, but I knew that it could be very costly and a lot of performances. So I totally understand the pricing, but I do know people question sometimes.
Oh, indeed.
And the pre-recorded score, that must be really top-notch.
Mm-hmm.
It
is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's beautiful.
Well, then I'm going to be looking forward to that. Now, have I missed anything you want to share with our audience?
Everybody looks at me.
Well, I shouldn't be looking at one person, but
I would just hope that people would take the opportunity to come see it, because the kids, this is my sixth show with John, with the high schoolers, and it's always extremely rewarding, and always I'm so inspired by their dedication and their talent, and it's such a thrill to work with them. So I'm glad we have so many performances, so many opportunities for them to perform the show, and I just hope people take advantage and come see them. Because
I hope so.
It would be a wonderful afternoon, evening.
Oh, it would be very entertaining. Mm-hmm. And anything else from you?
Well, I was going to say the show itself is it's obviously very closely reminiscent to the Disney movie, but it does have some surprises in it as well. It's got some unique numbers that were not in the movie as well. So
really?
There will be some surprise numbers you won't be expecting.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm. I did not know that. Mm-hmm. All right.
So you'd asked earlier about the goal.
Yeah.
And I neglected to answer that.
Oh,
but I would
good.
say,
let's let you answer that.
Well, I certainly appreciate Christina's comments, and I would say that our goal is always to create the best show of the season. Mm-hmm. And that's not saying the best student show, it's the best show that we do. So almost every show that we've done, and this will be my 22nd for the Children's Theater, there are folks that come up, audience members that I don't know afterward, that insist that they're adult actors, that these aren't high school performers, and they'll argue with me, and in a loving way. But I think that shows the quality of the performances.
Oh, yes.
I would really say that, and especially with the work being done in the area high schools, and Hudson in particular, the quality of these performers just gets better and better every year. I mean, they are true triple threats. So.
That's just wonderful. What a great comment And I do know your shows have always been top-notch. And so I'm going to use that basis to encourage our audience to get their tickets. And how can they do that, John?
Oh, thank you for asking. Couple different ways. So you can go to our website, thephips.org, or you can call 715-386-8409.
Yes.
Operators are standing by.
And sometimes even John is standing by.
Well, we are always happy to sell tickets in person if folks want to
Yes.
come down.
Oh,
so.
oh, and I hope we have a big rush on tickets, and I hope that everybody will take interest in it, because it's just a delight to see our high schoolers in this area and what they can do with a musical and what they can produce. And I thank all of you for coming today, for interviewing, for promoting this show, and it's nice to meet you all.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
John, I'm
Thanks
sure
for the
you'll be back
opportunity.
another time.
I'd welcome that. Thank you, Bobby.
And thank you for watching today.